What's good, guys? Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with a pure Crusadia deck profile. I'm so happy to finally bring you this. You guys have been requesting it a lot. A lot of you have been requesting it. So this is a build I've been testing online lately and kind of theory crafted together. I still personally like the Guard Dragon variant. I'm not going to say which build is superior because I'm just going to keep my opinions out of it. Like you do politics, you just keep your opinions to yourselves. But you guys have been requesting it, so I'm going to bring it to you. I was actually going to bring you guys a outdoor video, but like, I'm not even kidding. We are getting snow right now where I live. My entire weekend plan to go out and show you guys what I do outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! And outside of work totally bombed. We got thunderstorms and now we're supposed to get 10 inches of snow where I live. So much for that. But anyway, guys, without further ado, we're going to jump into this deck profile and get through it really fast for you. So starting off with, of course, you play 3 Vast Sky. He's this now, in this variant, his effect, the pure variant, his effect is more important. He is what allows you to OTK. He allows your Crusadia Link monster to inflict double battle damage whenever he battles. So he's very important. He's always been really important in my opinion. He's the only super, which I hopefully will get some more holos in the upcoming Battles of Legends set or whatever. But I don't know. He's my favorite card in the entire deck. But moving on, 3 Draco. And then, Draco recurs. Everybody knows what Draco does. 3 Arborea. Arborea, again, is very important in this variant because she allows you, since, this deck's first turn is not the best, but Arborea really allows you to set up the Dawn Dragster or the Quantum Dragon, depending on what you want. But the Dawn Dragster allows you to have essentially 2 negations in the form of Equal Max and the Dragster, so it's really handy. She's a protection. Leonis, which is your Piercer. I would almost, I've opted not to play the Rescue Cat variant because as much as I've always loved Rescue Cat, I thought Rescue Cat was very, very important. Again, hand traps are just so prominent that Rescue Cat's going to get hit either by one of the 50 hand traps, and we don't need that. 3 Leonis, and then we're playing 2 Reclusia. Since, I've in the pure variant, previous pure variants I've play tested, this has been the right ratio. You could, in fact, probably cut Reclusia down to, you could cut Leonis down to 2 and play Reclusia at 3, because Reclusia allows you to out certain floodgates like Rivalry and stuff like that, which is really important. It allows you to play it's another good going second card, so that's it for the Crusadias that I'm choosing to play. Then for World Legacies, we're playing 1 Crown and 1 Lance, so back to the good old days. Crown is just another extender. Lance is something you can search off of with Crawler and Miko, and Lance is just devastating to drop on your opponent, so it's really good. It's a good card to search, and sometimes if this plus Regulex, you're allowed to win. This and Maximus and Regulex plus this essentially almost means you have a game. So moving on, we play, of course, the 3 hand traps, which I think you got to play the 3. My hand trap lineup will always stay the same. I enjoy it. The 3 Ash and then the 2 Impermanents. I really enjoy that ratio. That ratio has always worked out for me. However, my deck profile, my builds are not set in stone. It's up to you guys. Play to your personal preference. But 3 Ash, you got to play the hand trap. Then, of course, not 1, but 2 Sea Turtles, 1 Dogoron, and 1 Kumungus. I'd probably cut a Sea Turtle and play the new Jizukiru. I'm a holo freak. I like my card shiny, so that's the reason I've opted to play this. But you could get the new Jizukiru and put it in here, which I'd actually say to do, just in case if you open 2 of these, your slumbers are still alive. Then, yeah. For the last card we play, we're playing 1 1 Rocket Synchron. He allows you to, this plus Quick Launch allows you to make Ib, which is really cool. It's a really good play. Allows you to make some pretty good first turn boards, which is Equal Max with the Borreload Savage, and some crazy bunky hands you can make Dawn Dragster plus a Borreload Savage and an Equal Max. So it's really good. It's pretty good. It also, Quick Launch is still so good. You don't have to play the Guard Dragon in order to play this. This is just a way to turbo out the Miko, which is a really good card in the deck. Do also know that you could potentially, which I think I'm probably going to end up doing if I decide to play this build a little bit longer, and that is I'm looking for it right now, guys, excuse me. I'm going to probably play, there it is, the Chalice. You can play the Chalice because it floats out from the Miko. It is a brick in your hand, you don't need to see bricks, but you can pitch it off at Twin Twisters and search World Legacy. It's really good. It's also, like I said, it's a thing that you can summon off of Ib, which is really good. I just haven't had the time to put it in and test it, so probably in the future, if I continue to play test the pure variant, this will probably go in, because then again, on your first turn board, you can end on Equal Max, Borlo Savage, and then a World Legacy World Chalice, which if you guys, I don't know if I have that combo up yet or not, but I'll check and I'll see, and if I don't, I'll try and get it up for you guys. It's really wicked. You end on Equal Max with a negate, the Chalice, and then a Borlo Savage, and all it is 3 cards, which is really, really cool. So, but moving on, that's it for the monsters. Now going on to the spells, we'll start with Crusadia spells. 2 Crusadia Testament. So why not 3 Testament? Well, now here is like, this is the video, guys. This is where I get to tell you guys my entire opinions of this card, okay? So outside of Pure, this card is not that great. People have asked me about Mech Knights. Crusadia Testament does nothing for your Mech Knight plays, and you don't want to clog with Mech Knights and Crusadia cards that have no chance of interactions. But why this card is good and why this card is bad, the reason this card is good is written right here in the card text. Your opponent cannot respond to Crusadia card effects, which essentially lock out the Ghost Girls from hitting anything, minus, I think, Reaper. And then it says, oh, by the way, it says you get to draw cards up to the link rating once you battle, which means if you can't OTK, you have the ability to draw 3 to 4 cards, which is really cool. But the reason I think this card is not as good as everyone's hyped it up to be, and the reason that I think that power here, we also play 1 power, guys. The reason that power in some scenarios is way better than this is because cards like Impermanence, Effect Veiler, and Permanence, Effect Veiler, Equal Max himself, Hot Red, Dragon, Archfiend, Abyss. Cards like that don't stop. Crusadia Testament does not stop, because you can just flat out, your opponent resolves a card, you can be like, okay, if they're quick effects, of course, you can activate their effects, or activate Impermanence, activate Effect Veiler, and then negate the Crusadia's effect, which means Testament was useless, whereas Power is a really offensive card that you can respond with and protect your Crusadia monsters in those certain scenarios. But however, Crusadia Testament is a very, very good card in combination with like Kaiju, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, and your Crusadias, of course. Testament is phenomenal. It pretty much says, like, if you don't have the appropriate hand trap to stop me, I'm going to win. And the reason that I say that the appropriate hand trap is because, like I said, the Ghost Girls like Ash, Ogre, and stuff like that are okay, if you catch my drift. A good player, once they read this card, they'll understand that they need to use their Impermanence and their Effect Veilers and stuff smart. But if you play against like a mediocre player, someone who just doesn't choose to read this card, and they'll try to drop Effect Veiler and Permanence on the activation of your Crusadia monster's effect, then of course, like, oh, you got him. But a very good player will probably read this card and understand that he needs to drop them before they activate the effects, so it's not in response to. So just remember that. Enough about these cards. For the final Crusadia card, we are playing 1 Revival, because Revival plus Crusadia Astramax is just, phew. It's a crazy combo. That plus Maximus is overpowered. But moving on. Of course, we're still combo. We got to play a 3 Call by the Grave, so you got to. I do like rambling on here. When Testament was revealed, people thought about cutting down Call by the Grave. I don't think you don't need to do that, especially in the Pure variant, because Call by the Grave is such an offensive and defensive card. You need to max it out at 3. I still remember when they put this card to 2, guys. What a stupid thing for Konami to do, but it's glad it's back. 3 Quick Launch. Of course, this is just a turbo into Ib, because Ib is such a powerful card. It's also an extender in the form of it can summon the Rocket Synchron underneath the Crusadia to extend your plays. So it's really good. We're going second, so you have to play the K-Twisters. We got to be able to twist those back rows out of the field, because you got to get rid of them. We're going second deck. We need to clear the back row. We lose hard to Floodgates. We lose hard to Strikes and stuff like that. And then 2 Slumbers. I didn't want to play 3 because I didn't want to. If you play 3, you got to play more Kaijus, and I thought like a 4-2 ratio was really good. Slumber, like I said, along with along with Testament, is really good. You activate Slumber, and if they ash it, and then you just activate Testament, and then it's pretty much GG. They can't respond to your card effects. So Slumber is really good. It's a great addition to the Pure variant from the ban list. The ban list helped us out, so now we have the ability to Kaiju them, give them a Kaiju. We get a Kaiju, which ensures us we're going to get the appropriate Kaiju we want to our side of the field under Equal Max, making it pretty much guaranteed the OTK will go through. Going on. 1 Succession and 1 Reborn. So, believe it or not, I do test 2 Succession, 1 Reborn. I just cannot find my other Succession for whatever reason, kicking myself in the butt. So I've been purposely testing with 1, and it seems to work well, since you do have other extenders like Quick Launch and stuff like that. So it's really good. You could probably play 2. It's searchable off a crawler, but yep. So now to the traps, the same 3 traps I've always played. Has always been 1 crawler, and 2 imperms. So imperm is really good. It's such an offensive and defensive card, except like I can't stress how like this card is so good, guys. Like if you guys don't have access to it, because I do understand it's not budget by any means. Effect Veiler is really good, but this card, I have access to this, so I'm going to play it, and I've always played a 2-3 ratio just because Impermanence is just so good. If he still watches my videos, my old teammate Caleb, he actually helped me get these. He pushed me to put down the money because I'm kind of cheap sometimes, and he helped me get these, and I still remember and still thank him to this day for helping me get these. But Crawler is really good because, like I said, it allows you to make your equal. It's still a good going first card, and then going first, it lets you search out your World Legacy World Lance, which of course is pretty much good game. And yeah. Not to mention, guys, like with the Ib, if you have the ability to put Burl, Savage, Ib, and a Maximus, you pretty much are winning no matter what. So that's also part of the 3-card combo that I will check. I'm pretty sure I haven't put up, but I'll look, and if I haven't, I'll make sure to get it up to you guys. So now we're just going to move on to the extra deck. The extra deck consists of 3 Magius. Magius is really good. I really hated to cut this card to 2 in the Guard Dragon variant. I really wanted to play 3, but I couldn't find the room. But this is pure, so essentially what you're doing is you're building up to 1 punch, and then if you fail, if you fail, you just rebuild back up. So that's the point of having the 3 Magius, excuse me, and 2 Regulex, same concept. If you don't OTK him when you first go for it, you're going to try to OTK him on your 3rd turn, or excuse me, yeah, on your 2nd turn, so Regulex is really good. 1 Spatha, just because now, instead of moving our dragons to make Guard Dragon plays, we're moving our opponent's monsters to line up with the equal max, and then for the long-awaited return, guys. For the long-awaited return, we have 2 equal max. Such a pressure card, guys. This card is amazing. I cannot ever stress. By playing the Guard Dragon variant and playing the pure variant religiously, I can tell you that this card is so good. It puts so much pressure on the field. I think everybody underestimates this card. When equal max touches on the field, you have a problem. It means you're going to have a form of interruption, and you're going to have a lot of pressure with attack value from him, which means he could potentially kill you in 1 hit. And then on top of that, he's a form of interruption. And then you have certain cards like Power and Arborea to protect him. So he's really good. And finally, 1 Crusadia Avramax. I didn't think I needed to play any more than 1. He's a good thing. He's a good going first as well. You can just end on him with a... I think it's a... Dawn Dragster, I think. God, it's been so long. I did it when this card was first revealed. I did a huge combo video with showing off Ib and Avramax, and I think it's Boral Savage along with a World Legacy World Chalice. So like you can do some cool stuff with him. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out. Or like I said, guys, I might just do a whole updated combo tutorial, including certain cards and stuff like that for Pure and Guard Dragon. And yeah, that's it for the Crusadias. These are essentially all. Well, yeah, this essentially is all you need to win. Not gonna lie, you don't need anything else to win. Equal Max just pushes for 1 punch. Avramax pushes for 1 punch. It's really good. Moving on to the last 2 links, we play 1 Nightmare Phoenix and 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Just spot removal, mostly for back row. And World Legacy World Lance does not matter like what's battling, as long as you have a Link monster is battling, you can drop Lance. It doesn't have to be Crusadia or World Legacy affiliated, even though Nightmares are part of the World Legacy lore. Don't know why I said that, but yeah, so really good spot removal to get rid of the back rows. Onto the synchros, we play 1 Dragster. He's really good. You know, another form of disruption that we can do for going first when we have to. Only the bad thing about Dragster, which made me value Quantum over Dragster, except for Dragster can negate things like Evenly Impermanence, Call By, etc., is that Dragster has 0 original attack, which means Equal Max won't gain the 0, so he doesn't gain anything. So that just stinks, but anyway. 1 World Chalice Ib, the Justicar. This card's really good, really busted. It allows us to make Borload Savage, which is extremely good. Another Omni negate. And it allows you to float out the World Legacy World Chalice, which is another form of interruption. And it searches you any World Legacy you need, which could be the Crown, the Succession, the Lance, with the Chalice if you want to get it to your hand to pitch off a Twin Twisters. It all depends, which I don't advise that by any means. But that's it for the deck profile, guys. I'm sorry it wasn't too much longer. There's really not much to explain. I hope to get you guys hopefully an updated combo video coming out here shortly, and I hope to finally get you guys an outside video if we can ever get through this storm, this winter storm in May. It makes no sense. Global warming is a myth also, guys. Anyway, guys, this is Charles from Team COG signing out.